So I'm going to begin this meditation by using some inquiry that helps the letting go. And then we'll go more into sinking into what we are. So just get settled. Take some deep breaths. With each exhale, let any tension just drop down into the earth. Relaxing your eyes and your jaw, your shoulders, your heart, your gut. Relaxing your arms and hands, legs and feet. And any concerns there are, just identify the concerns you've been focusing on. And ask yourself, how often have you thought you knew what happened and then later found out it was something different? You thought you knew what somebody meant. You thought you knew how a problem was going to cause a catastrophe. You thought you knew how things should unfold. And then it turns out something else happened. Somebody had a different intent. Some problem turned into a better solution. We're terrible at interpreting the past, and we're terrible at predicting the future. There's a much greater dynamism. There's a much greater harmony, a much greater creativity, a much greater community available. It's so much more complex. There are unseen components that always come into play. So as you feel that, just allow your mind to open. Just notice with lightness the independability of thoughts. Now, whatever concern you have, just notice maybe you don't have it 100% down. Just maybe. There's no fighting with this thought. There's no trying to see it some other way. Just a simple opening that maybe isn't 100% exactly the way we think. Just simply opening to the possibility of overlooked something, haven't considered something, didn't predict something, misinterpreted something. Just noticing that thoughts are not 100% correct. And now, all that has happened in our past is a thought. All that could happen in the future is a thought. It's not experienceable. It's not real. could actually be quite different if we had a few more details. But here right now, this is what can be known. This right here is what can be known. And the mind, just a cascade of desires. Yeah, the mind, that's all it does. Problems to fix, desires to achieve. Just a cascade. A habit. Nothing more than a habit. A little machine ticking through its desires, ticking through its problems. Just a machine. So I'll come back into what we know here and now. What we know here and now is being. Apparently, there seems to be being. And being is very dynamic. It breathes. It sees, it hears, it tastes, it smells, it feels, it senses. So there's kind of a globe of perceiving. But the moment we start interpreting or naming, it's up for grabs and its accuracy. So just come back into the perceiving. And then feel what is doing the perceiving. Where's all this sensation flowing into? There's sort of this vast container. Feel that container. Does it have any edges? Is there any particular location? Is there even a particular time? There's sort of like a vast emptiness, or maybe not even that. Maybe a simple point of disappearing that is outside space and time. The point of disappearing outside space and time. The moment disappears, and the moment disappears, and the moment disappears. This point outside space and time is here and here and here. Doesn't matter what disappears into it. Anything. Anything huge, anything loud, anything chaotic, anything quiet, anything small, anything simple. The point of disappearing outside of space and time. Anything disappears into it. Without picking and choosing, it simply swallows it all up. And as you feel this point outside of space and time, not even the brain holds that. There's just sort of a nothing and a potency. Nothing and a potency. Just no need to grasp this or define it. Just let the identity also just dissolve into this space, dissolve into this point outside of space and time. No particular identity to create. Just let the whole named world, the whole world of objects and particular things, it also can just dissolve into this point outside of space and time. There's something here that is not really a thing, not finite, not bordered. It's a wordless potency. Feel this, sense this wordless potency. Identities disappeared into it. The identified world has disappeared into it. Just a simple potency. There's a purity, a simplicity, a clarity. There's no fear. There's no attainment. There's no managing. There's absolute persistence and effortless. Without reason. Notice this. No reason, persisting point outside of space and time. Its potency is almost vibrational, it's not a particular not a particular thing. Essence maybe. completely without obligation, completely without agenda, completely flowing as its own nature, completely free. Completely at peace and dynamic, almost bubbling like a fountain. Swallowing each moment, bubbling like a fountain, swallowing each moment, bubbling like a fountain, unharmed, naturally persistent, unharmable, indestructible, complete, needing nothing. So at rest, so effortlessly unending, point outside of space and time, at rest and dynamic. Intimately tasting as it swallows each moment. No repulsion, no pushing away, no rejection. Just a intimate receptivity and intimate allowing and receiving and tasting this fountain, just swallowing up each moment. No withholding, no judging, a yes, an infinite yes. It's joyful, or you couldn't say not joyful, that's for sure. It's an open, alive, dynamic, joyful point outside of space and time. So sufficient, so complete, so potent, not dependent, not conditional, not limited, not harmed, rather a free, unbounded, unconditional, spontaneous, bubbling, essence that becomes joy. Feel this uncaused joy. unconditioned joy. Feel this richness, not of stuff, richness of freedom. Richness of natural lightness, natural radiant simplicity. Vibrant dancing nothing. Vibrant dancing emptiness. Vibrant nothingness. No concept can hold this beyond concept. Just notice any apparent concepts as so transitory. Any apparent desire, any apparent definition, so transitory. This dancing nothing, so complete, so full, so sufficient, so naturally vibrant, so clear. This well of wholeness, well of completeness, well of nothing to attain, well of potential. Just know this infinite that is all. Just the emptiness that all dissolves into. So primary, beyond visceral, so root, so bottomless, so boundless. This simple, alive emptiness that we are, that all is, outside of space and time, a point of potency, a radiant mystery. Unending energy, unending potential. tasting, 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 and unchanged, unharmed. A fullness, a sufficiency, a completeness, a wholeness, without dimension, without agenda, without requirement, no requirement. No, this is before any requirement. This is enough before any requirement. No bounds. Indestructible. No and no and no. And now. And now. Beyond encapsulating all form, all identities, swallowed up. Just this formless, vast, yet not dimensioned, just not bordered. Simplicity of potent essence. All is well. All is well. All is well. So knowing there's a essence that can be nothing but wellness. And with this wellness, freedom. A freedom to savor and enjoy all the transients, all that is transient, just swallowed up, savored and enjoyed. Next transients, swallowed up, savored and enjoyed. This root fountain. Timeless. It's root fountain, what we are, what is, before any particular definition, any defined even being, just say potential, a potency. Core dynamic, mysterious radiance, no agenda, no government, no attainment, already, always. And here we know. Not in any particular or individual way, simply the infinite knowing. Of freedom, indestructibility, joy. This dynamic point can flow into expression without any harm. So as you go into your day, allow this expression from the point of potential to be the motor, to be the energy, to be the engine. This radiant mystery.